How do you do? I finally decided to join this information superhighway. I'm not entirely sure how this works, but I was trying my best to understand. I love long strolls through graveyards and spending time with my son. If you would ever like to chat about the latest in Victorian fashion, the inevitability of our own demise, or black cats, please send me a letter. On a Friday night, you are most likely to listen to true crime podcasts while I taxidermy my newest specimens. If you had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, what would it be? A coffin. What are your turn-ons? Pronouncing bosom correctly. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. What did you want to be when you grew up? A bat. What's your favourite movie genre? Foreign art house horror. What's your ideal day? It's night. We are at an industrial darkwave club in Berlin. The music drums to the beat of our hearts. Okay. Would you never leave home without an upside-down cross? I spent a lot of time thinking about mortality salience. Oh, I think we have to give this one a go. I think we have to give the old Mr. Damien Bloodmarch a try, don't you think? Sadly, I don't have any eyeliner on me, but, you know, I think he might have some. Use your hips when throwing. Is that why I suck at throwing? Damien seemed really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get to know him a little better. I navigate to Damien's Dabbook page and type out a message. Hey, dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. Alright. This was a poor approach immediately. Proper spelling and grammar. More formal terminology. But then he keeps typing. And typing. Man, is this guy writing a novel? I'll leave the computer to make some coffee. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee and the computer finally dings. Whoa, there's more.
Adam, I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter for, as you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask you for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me in as gentlemanly a manner as I would have liked.
I hope that doesn't sound shit. I bet it does. I've never done that before. I see Mark and Jack do it. I wanted to give it a try. Oh, whoa, there's more. Jeez.
I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden. Should it please you, till then, adieu. Yours humbled, D. Bloodmarch.
I don't know why I doubled down on that, because I bet it sounds fucking awful, and I apologise. I stare at the screen and reread the letter several more times. Hey, Amanda! Can you help me with something? Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping your back pimples. Why do people do that for each other? Deal with your own! It's gross! Don't inflict that on other people. No, can you interpret this for me? I turn the computer to Amanda and she squints at Damien's message. I just don't understand NetSpeak. Like, is this how you kids communicate with each other now? Oh, totally, this is the hot new thing. See, Dad, kids got over saying lol and lamau or whatever and decided that what they needed to do was bring it back to the 1800s. So what do I do? Where's your pen and quill? What? Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill? Dad, how will we address the nobleman in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our land. And the Walder Frey will take all our land. That's all I know about Game of Thrones, I don't watch it. Or our dowry. Or... So you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time, and now you're reciting things you know about it back to me, aren't you?
Oh.
Like the first 5 pages, and then I read a review of the movie. Still got a B, though. I have not even... I think I've seen Pride and Prejudice. I don't think I enjoyed it. I just don't remember much of it. Great, so what do I say to Damien?
Yeah.
I got this. Amanda reaches over me and types on the keyboard. This'll be good. Sure thing, dude. Regards,
Yeah.
Adam. Well, I suppose that's that. I make the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house. It's more of a manor, estate. The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. You have to use the knocker, dude. Pull the large, ornately carved bat's head door knocker, and a hollow sound echoes throughout the house as I strike it against the door. I'm expecting Adam's family jokes, but I'll be curious to see what happens. Oh boy. Ba-ba-da-dum. 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 Ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da-dum. Okay, it's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer, noting the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall, probably. There's a dog! He was such a good boy that he got his own portrait. Or she. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly. Oh god, I thought that music was coming from somewhere else. That scared the shit out of me! Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? Adam, pleasure to have you in my home. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of a majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. What's with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry, there was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked? I accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings? I like oil paintings. Oil paintings are cool. They are creepy, but that's what makes them cool. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around. This is where we keep the torture victims. Oh boy. Okay. Damien leads me around his house, showcasing his parlour, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and the parlour again for some reason. This is one of the older homes on the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Through extensive renovations, I've been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of any modern dwelling. That's good. We walk past a door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a black parade poster. That is Lucian's room. Of course, he listens to MCR. Why the fuck wouldn't he? Did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era? That's my son's room. You know how the rebellious teenage years are. Onward, onward, there's more to see. We reach a door at the end of the hallway that Damien opens with a flourish. Behold, my toilet! Please be the bathroom, damn it. And this is the library. Sunlight streams in from floor-to-ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves and even more books are scattered over the period-appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly really proud of this room. Pick up a book? You know, Adam, in the Victorian era there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought the more tawdry novels would encourage youths into a life of crime and would cause too much of a distraction from work and school. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read aloud. Oh my god! Oh, alright. I know that seems weird. First of all, I was laughing because it was Naruto, right? I laughed even more when I realised it was fucking Fic. Oh man. Oh, Damien. It is a pleasure.
Naruto struggled against the chains the Sasuke had bound him with. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants.
What?
Okay, I think that's enough. Is that his or his son's? That's the question. Sorry, let me just put this back. There we go. Damien snaps the book. I didn't know they produced fanfic in paperbacks, or like actual physical copies. I figured that shit was mostly digital. Unless, of course, he wrote it himself. But he doesn't strike me as the anime type. So maybe it's his son's? We'll find out. That's a rare book from my It's straight up his! He reads Naruto fanfic! Oh, Damien. I have to admit, I like him more now just because that's so fucking funny. That's a rare book from my private collection. Well, fuck, that's enough of the taunt now. Let's go for all the options. Look out the window. I walk to the window and am greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughters on his back. Damn. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. Fuck off. Damn. Did you know that Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out of full-length windows? Well, there wasn't a lot to do back then. Like, really not a lot to do back then. You read your books and you jerked off, and that was about it. Wait, really?
Oh.
No. But Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. Oh, snap, Damien. You're 2 for 2. I walk up to the glass display of pinned bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs. I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you how sometime. I'm concerned I would stick the pin right through my finger. The pinner's gambit. Truly the most risky of maneuvers. Is that a thing? No. Please, will you join me for tea? I love tea. ironically, this is the one recording session of Dream Daddy where I don't have a cup of tea, I have a can of Coke instead. I follow Damien to his sitting room where finger foods have already been set out upon a beautiful, tiered silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high-backed chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. I can't believe we're having a high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. What's a high tea? Damien smiles to himself. I'm sorry, I'm not composing myself in a manner befitting the estate in which I'm currently a guest of, but, you know. I never said I was fancy. What?
Oh!
It's a common misconception that high tea refers to the wealth or class of the people enjoying it, when in fact the high refers to both the later time of day that the working class had to enjoy tea, and the height of the tables on which they're served. I feel like that, well, that makes sense. Oh. My dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea, you fucking scrub. That's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. I could go for a tiny sandwich right now. Like, I'm not hungry enough, but I actually want to go downstairs and make myself a big sandwich. But a tiny sandwich would just hit it just right. I like your cape! Your home is really impressive. Of course. Were those eggplants? Why were there eggplants? I know emojis, but still. It seems like you've really put a lot of work into this place.
Oh.
Thank you. No one's ever complimented my home before. Your home is fucking cool. Like, it's... I do enjoy, like, a sort of a theming kind of thing to go with, like, your house or your workplace or your the general space in which you're typically in, you know? Theming is cool. No one's ever complimented my home before. Hell, I can barely get matching salt and pepper shakers in my place, and look what you've done. I'm kind of jealous. That's very generous of you to say. What got you so interested in goth stuff? Well, when I was a young boy, my father... If the next line is, took me into the city to see a marching band, I'm going to storm off. Fucking said I would! Fucking said I would! Fuck you!